Simple Tales presents How Raven Stole the Sun from Native American legend. Long ago, before the world was as we know it today, the land lay in darkness. The rivers flowed through shadows. The forests stood beneath a dim grey sky. People moved carefully through the gloom, guided only by faint firelight and the pale glow of the moon. Far away lived a powerful old chief. The chief possessed something that no one else in the world had. He kept the sun hidden inside a beautifully carved box deep within his house. The old chief believed the sun was too precious to share. He guarded it carefully and allowed no one to touch it. As a result, the world remained dark. Among all creatures, there was one who disliked this situation more than any other. His name was Raven. Raven was clever, curious, and endlessly determined. He loved exploring the world, and he hated seeing people stumble through the darkness. There must be a way to bring light to everyone, he said. So Raven began to watch the old chief. Day after day, he observed the chief's home. He listened to stories. He watched visitors come and go. Eventually, he learned where the sun was hidden. But knowing where it was and obtaining it were very different things. The chief never let the box leave his sight. Raven thought long and hard. At last, a plan formed in his mind. One morning, he transformed himself into a tiny speck of dust and drifted through the air until he reached the river where the chief's daughter came each day to collect water. The speck floated into her drinking cup. Soon afterward, the chief's daughter discovered she was expecting a child. Months later, she gave birth to a baby boy. The child was Raven in disguise. The old chief adored his grandson. Whenever the child cried, the chief rushed to comfort him. Whenever the child wanted something, the chief happily provided it. The baby grew quickly and soon began crawling through the house. One day, he noticed a beautiful box. Pointing toward it, he began to cry. The chief loved his grandson dearly. To calm him, he brought the box forward and allowed him to play with it. The child smiled. Several days later, he pointed toward another box hidden nearby. Again he cried until the chief gave it to him. Inside was the moon. The child rolled it around happily before returning it. The chief laughed and thought nothing of it. Then one day, the child pointed toward the most carefully guarded box of all, the box containing the sun. The child cried. He wailed. He refused to stop. The chief tried toys. He tried stories. He tried treats. Nothing worked. At last, unable to bear the crying any longer, The chief handed over the box. The child immediately became quiet. Holding the box carefully, he crawled toward the doorway. Then, in an instant, he transformed back into Raven. The old chief gasped. Before anyone could stop him, Raven seized the box and flew into the sky. The chief shouted after him, but Raven was already soaring above the forests, mountains, and rivers. As he flew, he opened the box. Brilliant golden light burst into the world. The sun rose into the heavens. For the first time, people saw the colours of the earth. Green forests stretched across the land. Blue rivers sparkled beneath the sky. Snow gleamed atop distant mountains. Flowers bloomed in vibrant shades. The entire world seemed to awaken. The people rejoiced. Animals emerged from their hiding places. Children laughed as sunlight warmed their faces. Raven continued flying until the sun settled high above the earth, where it could shine upon everyone equally. When he finally landed, he was tired but content. The world would never be dark again. And though Raven was known for many tricks throughout his life, this became the one for which people remembered him most. Sometimes cleverness is used for selfish gain, but at its best, cleverness can be used to help others and bring light where darkness once ruled. If you enjoyed this tale, please like, subscribe, and share Simple Tales. There are many more legends waiting to be told.